start thinking about exiting. And I think that all these conditions are now met to allow Sierra Leone and particularly local organizations, national NGOs, to take the lead of the response to provide the support to the population who are affected.
Whilst giving the validatory statement, the Deputy Development Secretary of the Ministry of Planning and Economic Development, Usman Chai Conte, commended the IRC for their 26 years of relentless service to the people of Sierra Leone, adding that the news of their departure is something they received with a heavy heart. He added that even though the IRC has gone, but the impact of their support remains in the country, which Sierra Leoneans would live to remember.
By working through local partners, we have strengthened systems and built capacities that remain central to our medium-term national development plans for 2024 to 2030. This reflects true partnership, international expertise combined with national ownership for sustainable progress.
The International Rescue Committee (IRC) is a global humanitarian organization that provides emergency aid and long-term assistance to people affected by humanitarian crises to survive, recover, and rebuild. Emmanuel Samora, SLBC.
Following its transformation into an agency, the Financial Intelligence Agency of Sierra Leone has begun a 5-day workshop to validate its new 5-year strategic and strengthening institutional capacity in tackling financial crimes. The workshop will run from the 29th of September to the 3rd of October 2025. Jonathan Turner reports.
The event was held to validate Sierra Leone's new 5-year strategy and strengthen international capacity in tackling financial crimes. Financial Intelligence Agency Sierra Leone Director General David Bobo emphasized that the initiative was a milestone in consolidating national efforts to safeguard Sierra Leone's financial system and ensure compliance with international standards.
And supervisory bodies. This means providing the tools, training, and technology needed to conduct effective investigation, prosecution, and asset recovery. We will also improve our ability to coordinate and share financial intelligence both domestically and internationally. The strategy also wants to boost our public-private partnership. Our collaboration with the private sector is not optional. It's no longer optional. It is fundamental.
Statements were delivered by ministers from various ministries and development partners. They all underscored the importance of robust coordination, transparency, and accountability in combating illicit financial flows. Delivering the keynote address, the Deputy Minister of Finance 2, Janet Jabati, reaffirmed the government's commitment to financial integrity and inclusive growth. She highlighted that the strategy and action plan aligned with Sierra Leone's development agenda and global obligations under FAFT and GIABA frameworks.
At the forefront as our most critical tools for upholding integrity. By dismantling the walls of secrecy that criminals hide behind, we will foster a fair and fiercely competitive business environment that attracts ethical and responsible investment. Furthermore, we recognize that financial crime knows no borders. Therefore, we are absolutely committed to strengthening both domestic coordination and international cooperation.
The workshop features technical training sessions, strategic discussions, and validation exercises, with participants expected to produce a comprehensive framework that guides Sierra Leone's fight against money laundering, terrorism financing, and proliferation financing over the next 5 years. The event marks a critical step in advancing financial inclusion, promoting investor confidence, and safeguarding national security. For SLBC News, Jonathan Turner reporting.
Now, the chairman of the Albert Academy's 121st Anniversary Committee says this year's celebration is about system strengthening and the rebranding of the Academy. Professor Ezekiel Duamani Laka made this disclosure during the official launch of the 121st anniversary celebration while I was there and compiled this report. The Albert Academy is once again poised to make history with its 121st anniversary celebration set under the theme, "The Change We Want is Here." This year's anniversary is uniquely positioned to showcase transformative strides the Academy has made. Among the highlights are the successful return to a single-shift system, the introduction of the first ever school leavers graduation and career day, the rebranding of the Academy's Foundation Day, and the rescheduling of an annual Thanksgiving service to the 26th of October, strategically shifted to avoid disruption from the rains. Chairman of the Anniversary Committee, Professor Ezekiel Duramani Lako, said the celebration goes beyond festivity, placing emphasis on system strengthening and institutional rebranding.
So it means this year is going to be different. It's about system strengthening, it's about rebranding our school. We are proud to tell you that we are rebranding the Foundation Day. So instead of having Foundation Day, we now have Foundation Day and Social Evening, and that will happen on the 4th of October.
President of the Albert Academy Alumni National Chapter, Bismarck Albert Coker, reaffirmed the alumni's commitment to supporting their alma mater. He noted that since its founding on October 4, 1904, Albert Academy has groomed many distinguished Sierra Leoneans. He recalled the Academy's stellar achievement in producing the best WASS result in West Africa in 2003 with 2.8 a record no other school has been able to break. Bismarck further pledged that the alumni would continue to bring innovative initiatives to add value to the institution.
Looking at our legacy that we've had in the past 120 years, how can we innovate our future? We then said and choose the theme for this year's celebration, which is the change we want to see this year. We cannot just imagine our innovation, we cannot just think, but we want to bring those innovations to life. We want to see those innovations make the changes that is necessary and fit for the Albert Academy to become the best school, not just in Sierra Leone, but in West Africa and beyond.
As part of the 121st anniversary, the Academy is also set to expand its musical tradition by launching a special brass band academy to train pupils in music. This new unit will operate alongside the main brass band team with the responsibility of leading morning devotions and performing in other key school activities. With a blend of tradition, innovation, and a renewed sense of pride, Albert Academy's 121st anniversary is shaping up to be more than just a celebration. It is a reawakening. Students, alumni, and fans of the Academy are already looking forward to what promises to be a historic and talk-of-the-town event, one that will honor the legacy of the past while charting a bold new future for the Academy. SLBC News, Cecilia Alice Sisse. The UNDP has ended a two-day training with the Sierra Leone Police media personnel in the forced transition into a service. The training focused on strengthening the capacity of the police in communicating in transition efforts, emphasizing the use of multiple channels and approaches. Suleiman Babaturi has more.
On behalf of the IGP, we are formally open this two-day workshop.
As a media person, you have to have relative expertise.
The workshop was designed to enable the police media personnel to draft messages, create social media content on the transition, embark on strategic communication and media engagement plans, and tailor messages developed and adapted for different communication channels. Speaking on the significance of the workshop, the Deputy Inspector General of Police, Sayumba Senesi, said they are taking strategic steps to make the transition happen, from the review of the 1964 Police Act to town hall engagements, among others. The Deputy Police Chief said the police would strengthen their involvement with communities, accountability, and more.
So this workshop is very important. Take it seriously, share your valuable insights, and ensure that you contribute to recommendable actions that we could use to further this process.
The president of the Sierra Leone Association of Journalists, Alhaji Manika Kamara, described the transition as a shift to modern citizen-focused police service, mindset, culture, and engagement for police to achieve its goals. He said the police must be able to communicate its goals, actions, values, and reforms clearly and consistently. The chief journalist pledged SLAJ's commitment to promoting responsible journalism, countering disinformation, and to provide platform for constructive dialogue between journalists and the police.
Let us approach this workshop not only as a space for skills building, but also as an opportunity for honest reflection, deeper collaboration, and a renewed commitment to a shared vision, a police service that communicates openly, acts professionally, and earns the enduring trust of citizens of Sierra Leone.
The workshop entertained a series of icebreaker exercises and group works for better understanding and inputs. SLBC News, Sulaiman Babatue reporting.
Well, it's now time for our international news.
International news. At least 4 people were killed and 8 others injured after a gunman drove a vehicle into Michigan church, opened fire and set the building ablaze before being killed, police said. Officials said the attack on the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Grand Blanc, a town 60 miles 100 kilometers northwest of Detroit, happened during a Sunday service attended by hundreds of people. The suspect, which was identified as Thomas Jacob Stanford, 40, from Bolton, Michigan, was later shot dead by police in the building's car park. Authorities are therefore investigating the incident.
From the international news, let's now go over to our business updates.
It's a very pleasant welcome to business segment on Newsa for this hour. The segment on Newsa that brings you stories, business, and its contribution to the economy. In this edition, traders at Bombay Street Market raises concern on the current structure of the market. Welcome to business segment. Traders at Bombay Street Market have described the current market building as a death trap. They said its condition poses a serious risk to their lives. Bombay Market is a well-known trading center along Frabe Road. Its main building, especially the top floor, has been abandoned by traders due to its dangerous condition. Our intern reporter, Aminata Kama, visited the area and filed this report.
Bombay Market, located along Foabe Road, is a well-known trading center. However, the main market building, especially the top floor, has been abandoned by traders due to it forcing traders to relocate outside the building. Adam Atue, an advisor at Bombay Market, explained that pieces of the building ceiling often fall, putting lives at risk. Out of fear, most traders have vacated the building. She also complained about the poor drainage system, saying the gutters are too small, causing dirt and waste to overflow into the streets and drive away customers.
Authority, they know, city council, they know, don't explain it all.
We have informed the authorities, including the Freetown City Council. They came, assessed the building, and promised to fix it. But since then, we haven't seen them again. We are pleading with the government to intervene as more than 3 people have already been injured.
Well, the Papa government made the help we for the market. They will come make for the market, we will tell them thank you. Because the market they for they don't make past 3 people.
Maria Tukoma, another trader, said the building has been abandoned for 10 years. She confirmed that ceiling pieces frequently fall and the roofs leak whenever it rains, making the building unusable.
The up markets they broke up the ceiling. They cut someone for the candle.
Every ruling party that comes into power promise to repair the markets, but nothing has been done. We are calling on the government to demolish the current structure and build a new, safer market with proper doors and infrastructure.
Talk to Papa government if you able for help we for me able go Christmas market candle. It make am for we.
Adama Bangua, a member of the 7-man committee at Bombay Market and a victim of the market's poor condition, recalled when part of the ceiling fell on her, causing her to lose consciousness.
Because when you sit on the team, they forgot so power. Maybe when they talk so, the last day was they said the place is cut.
Traders are afraid to enter the building. That's why many of us now sell outside the markets. We are begging the government to come to our aid and fix these markets before more people get hurt. As traders continue to risk their lives while trying to earn a living, their calls for urgent intervention by the FCC grow louder. Without immediate repairs or a complete reconstruction, the market may face further deterioration, endangering more lives and threatening the livelihoods of many.
Well, that's all on business news for this hour. Thank you so much for watching and goodbye.
Many thanks to Salma for that update, and that's how we end this edition of the news from the Sierra Leone Broadcasting Corporation in Freetown. Now, to end the news, the top stories again. In order to improve on agriculture and business in their chiefdom, the people and chief of Bombay Chiefdom in Cambia district have appealed to government for the construction of the Cambia Kukuna Road. The poor road network, they said, is seriously affecting